Hi guys, welcome to my new video. So today I'm introducing you my new workflow, which is an automation feedback to backlog workflow with enhancement by AI and a monthly reporting. So of course this is with n8n. So let's have a look at the workflow. So this workflow is composed by 24 nodes and is done in 4 phases. But before checking the phases, let's first check the requirements. So for the requirements, we need to have a Telegram account, a Google Sheet credential, a Gmail credential, Notion's credential, and an AI assistant credential. So for the AI, it can be ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, or whatever AI you want. So now let's check the first phase. So as you can see here, we have 3 different triggers. So the triggers are from 3 different sources. So we can have Telegram source, a Google Sheet source, which is from a Google form, and a Gmail trigger. So for example, it's when you will receive a message which is a feedback about a feature for a product or any request, it can be sent on a Telegram chat, and then with the chat receiving the message, the trigger will be activated. For the Google form, it's simpler because you just need to fill a Google form, and then the Google Sheet linked to the form will be updated automatically. And then once a new row is added in the Google Sheet, the workflow will be triggered. And for the Gmail, it's the same. So as soon as you receive the email with, let's say, the label, you will it will activate the workflow. So now let's have a look at the second phase, which is the treatment of the request and the enrichment. So first of all, we have a data normalizer. Then we'll have an instant reply. So it means that we will send by Telegram an automatic reply saying that thank you for your feedback, we'll receive your feedback and we'll treat it. Then we have a user enrichment, which will be done with the AI model. So in this case, I choose ChatGPT. And then we have the path which will be done under the JSON form, and then we'll go to the third phase, which is the priority calculation and the Jira ticket creation. So for this, first of all, we will calculate a priority following the feedback of the AI model. So if the issue seems to be like urgent or low priority, depending also on the feature, etc., so it will be automatically done by AI, then an issue will be created on Jira, and then after there will be a post-processing of the data. Then here we have if not, it's because we'll either send the result of the user by Telegram saying, okay, so we have now created a ticket, thank you for your feedback, here are the ticket which was created. Or if the person didn't use Telegram, we will just log the ticket to our analytics Google Sheet, so I will talk about it later, and then we will send a notification email with all of the details of the ticket, and also we will create a page into our Notions to have some recording about this and also some documentation. And now let's check the fourth phase. So for the fourth phase, it's a little bit different because it's a monthly reporting. So we can get any, let's say, request or feedback about the product, the feature in our backlog, but we want to have a follow-up of this. So we will have a 1-month trigger, which will gather all of the data that will be in the Google Sheet, and then with the AI model, we will create some reporting. So as you can see here, the different nodes are for this, and then we'll create a monthly reporting on Notion. So we have the, let's say, the public documentation for all of the people in the company which can have a look at it, and then we will create a log for the monthly reporting to say, okay, so this was done into this reporting, and then we'll send an email to all of the stakeholders with details of the reporting. So saying, okay, so this month we received this feedback, it was treated, etc. So of course for this you can adapt however you want depending on your need. And now let's process to a demo. So before we do the demo, we have to check first what we need. So before we need to build some file. So the first file is a Google form that will allow us to receive all of the feedback from the Google form. And then we also need the Google Sheet where we will stock all of the feedback. Then we need another Google Sheet for the user feedback that will document all of the feedback. It will be used for our reporting. And then we also need a file with the monthly reporting that will be a little bit different. And also we need another thing, which is our Notion page where we will document our monthly reporting. And then of course we also need the Telegram account and the Telegram bot, so we will receive all of the message from Telegram there that will activate the trigger. And now we can switch to the workflow. Okay, so now it's time to demo. So we will demo only for the Google Form trigger. So of course, when you do the template, you have to try on the Telegram trigger and on the Gmail trigger also. But for this, for the video to be not too long, I will only demo it with the Google Form trigger. And just previously, I also did all of my tests with the Telegram and the Gmail, and everything is working. All right. So for this, first we will before executing, we will enter. So mail test. Feedback is about the app crashing. So of course you need to try to find some business case, etc. All right. So what is the issue? So there is every time I try to export a PDF, there is an app which is crashing. How we can resolve it? Resolve the bug so I can use it. Okay, so we'll send the feedback. So the feedback has been saved. Now we will start the workflow. We can see everything is working fine. And you can see as I didn't send from Telegram, the Telegram node with the if function is not sent. But now we have to check the Google Sheet for the feedback report and also our Notion page. So first, let's have a look at the log. So if we go to feedback, so this is our answer that we did through the Google Forms. So the app is crashing, test the name, the app crashes. So this is just a sum up. Then now let's check the user feedback, which is logging everything. So this is now, we got from the form, the app is crashing, it's questions. So it's a user support. So we have this which has been generated by AI. We have our Jira ticket. So if we check our Jira ticket, we have the user is seeking clarification or information about the service, but did not specify the question, follow-up, or FAQ resource may help. So it's from the AI, which is saying that we need more information and we need to get in touch with the user. So this is fine. And now let's check the Notion page. So this is it. All right, so we have everything which is sum up. So of course we can do it like in the present it in the best way, etc. So this is just for the test. I didn't put any effort in the presentation, but we have all of the information that we need. So this is fine. So now if we check the Telegram, we have our feedback. Okay, feedback received, analysis in progress, estimate time 2 minutes. So this is also fine. And if we check also, we have our email, which is fine. So everything is as we want. So it's fine. And also here you can see that the label for the project feedback, this is when we test by email. So for your test, you need to make sure that you have this label. So now we have checked that everything is fine. We have our notification, we have our email, we have our logs, we have our Notion page. So now we can trigger the monthly reporting. All right, let's go. All right. All right, so it's working. So let's now have a look at our report log and also on our Notion page. So now we check our monthly reports. November feedback volume was very low and entirely from free-tier user with neutral sentiment and all submission categorized as question, pointing to discoverable onboarding gaps and need to stronger self-support. So we have our sum up which is generated by AI, and now let's check our Gmail. All right, so now let's check our Gmail. So we have our product intelligence report for November 2025. So we have our executive summary done by AI. We have our key metrics, number of feedbacks, average rise score, the count, the sentiment score, and we have our CTA to get the full view on the Notion that we'll send back to our Notion page. So now we can see that everything is fine and our workflow is perfectly fine. So we have now our workflow which is working for our Google form trigger, our Gmail trigger, and our Telegram trigger. So now our workflow is complete. So if you have any question, please don't hesitate to put it in the comment. I wish you a great day. Bye bye.